You remember the exact moment the words were spoken. Maybe you were sitting in a sterile office under fluorescent lights. Maybe you were reading a report alone. Maybe it came through a phone call you weren't prepared for. And in that moment, your entire understanding of your future shifted. The plans you had made, the timeline you were living by, the sense of control you didn't even know you were holding, all of it rearranged in an instant. Fear moved in fast, and in the days that followed, your mind went to every dark place it could reach. What this means for your body, your family, your future, your faith, and underneath it all, a question you're almost afraid to ask out loud. Does God know? Does he see me? Did this somehow slip past him? Let me answer that clearly and without hesitation. No. This did not surprise God. He was not caught off guard. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, every day of your life was written in his book, including this one, including this chapter. Psalm 139 verse 16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." All the days. The good ones, the hard ones, the ones that feel impossible. They were all known, all seen, all held in the hands of the one who knit you together in the first place. Think about the woman in Luke 13 who had been bent over, crippled by a spirit for 18 years. 18 years. And when Jesus saw her, Scripture says he called her to him and said, "Woman, you are set free from your infirmity." He didn't heal her because she found the right doctor or said the right prayer. He healed her because the day had come, the appointed time had arrived, and what had been written for her before she ever experienced the suffering was still true in the middle of all of it. Here's what I want you to hold on to in this season. Your body is not your enemy, and your illness is not your identity. The diagnosis has a name, but it is not your name. You are still the woman God called, gifted, and appointed before the foundations of the earth. A medical report can tell you what is happening in your body. It cannot tell you what God has already decided about your story. Isaiah 53 verse 5 declares, "By his wounds we are healed." That was written over you before you ever needed it. Your suffering is not outside of God's redemptive reach. Romans 8 verse 28 does not say God causes all things. It says he works in all things for the good of those who love him. He is a God who enters our suffering and transforms it. The same God who raised Lazarus from the dead, who healed the woman with the issue of blood after 12 years of suffering, who restored Job after his greatest loss. That same God is writing your story right now. Your healing may look different than you expect. Sometimes healing is physical and immediate and miraculous. Sometimes it is a peace that surpasses understanding in the middle of a hard medical road. Sometimes it is supernatural strength to face what's ahead with grace, and a testimony that will minister to other women who receive the same diagnosis after you. Your healing is real, even when its form surprises you. You are not alone in that waiting room, in that treatment chair, in that bedroom where you're processing what this means. God is there. He was there before the diagnosis came. He will be there in every appointment, every decision, every hard day ahead. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 was spoken to a people in the middle of suffering and captivity, not on the other side of it. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Those plans are still yours. This diagnosis did not cancel your calling. It did not erase your future. It did not change what God decided about you before you were born. He knew. He knows. He holds you. If this message brought comfort to someone in a hard medical season, share it with a woman who needs to know God sees her. Subscribe for more biblical encouragement. And remember, your diagnosis is not your destiny. God has the final word.